To commence with the grade name محفل, this is Farishta Alizada, computer teacher at Girls High School. And today we are on the third session of C++ programming basics for 10th grade. Let's have a look at the outline of today's lesson. The title of today's lesson is Integrated Development Environment. And under this title, we are gonna learn something about compiler, text editor, a debugger, and we'll install a dev IDE. IDE or Integrated Development Environment. To code the C++ programs, we need to have three components. Look, to code our C++ programs, we need to have three components, three softwares. The first software or component is what? Text editor. We use text editor for what? For writing the program. It means you have to have an environment in which you be able to write your codes. So that environment is what? Text editor. The second one is compiler. Compiler is a software which compiles, which translates your source code into 0 and 1s until it be understandable for computer, and computer acts according to your wish. Why? Because computer doesn't know any other language except 0 and 1s. So there should be a compiler, a software to translate your human words to what? To 0 and 1s. And send that to the computer, and computer acts according to your wish. The next software is debugger. Debugger is used to debug the bugs of a program. And these bugs are what? Syntax bugs, not runtime bugs. Look, syntax bug means that from viewpoint of grammar of coding, from viewpoint of syntax of coding, if you make any problem, if you make any mistake, the debugger finds that and shows that to you. That, hey, programmer, in here you forgot to put a semicolon. In here you forgot to close the curly bracket. In here you forgot to open the curly bracket. In here you forgot to declare the data type. Or something like that. Debugger finds those bugs and tells you and shows you. But runtime bugs are those bugs that debugger doesn't know. It means according to the syntax of program, it's okay. It's not a bug. But when you run the program, it is a bug. Why it is a bug? Because it causes your program doesn't work. However, it is programmed well. It means from viewpoint of syntax, it doesn't have any bug, but it doesn't work. Why? Because at the runtime, it finds bug. For example, you connect your application to a database, but that database is deleted. It means that database is not anymore in that place that is addressed to your application. So when your application, when your software can't find that database, it faces a problem. And that problem is called what? Runtime bug. Or sometimes you make a software that it repeats a loop for many times. If it repeats the loop for countable times, for a limited times, so it is okay. But if it repeats the loop for infinite times, so it's gonna be a problem, and it causes that loop be repeated for many and many times, and finally it damages the processor or the processor of your computer. Why? Because it occupies. It makes busy the processor of your computer. And there is a note. An IDE is a software which has all these three things together. So for writing a C++ program, we only have to install an IDE, not each of these components individually. Look, If you want to install each of these applications individually, it's gonna be somehow troublesome for you. It will have trouble for you. But if you use IDE, which is an application, a software which has all these three applications inside itself, it's better. It means instead of installing three applications, you have to install only one application. And this is the advantage of IDE. In this course, I selected, or I chose Dev IDE as our IDE, and now I want to show you how you can install that IDE. In this semester, it is written in here, sorry. So for installation of this software, we have to take these steps. The first step that we have to take is double click on this tab of the software. Look, when you have C++ IDE, you have to double click on that. Then something like this appears. After appearance of this dialog box, so you have to press the OK. It means after selecting your language, you press the OK button. And second step, agree all the license agreement conditions. It means you read all the license, or if you don't, no matter, it doesn't have any harm, any damage to your computer. Then you press what? I agree. And after that, in third step, press the next button. Look, you press the next button, and after that, press the install button, and then press the finish button, and then program is installed. Look, after next, this dialog box is going to be shown. shown, and then you have to press the install. After pressing this one, another window will appear that shows finish. You click on finish as well, and then you will have your software installed. Look in here, I have Dev program installed. This is Dev IDE, and for right now I don't have any file in here. If I want to make a file, I come to new what? New project or new source file. We are not going to work on any project because whatever we work on is only an example. So we say only a source file is enough for me. Then you have the environment in which you can write your code. How to write the codes, I will tell you next session. And let's go to our presentation. Yes, now we are at the end of our third presentation. If you have any question, you can ask me via your WhatsApp group. And before you ask me your question, tell me your name, your class, and your question. Thank you. Bye.